Hey nerds, what's up? This is getting ridiculous. This shelf is the same shelf you saw in the previous videos that I've made since moving, and this is going to be like my favorite shelf. Books of authors that I've read also are down in this area. And then I tried to make a shelf of like authors I've read before but maybe haven't finished a series or haven't read all of the books that I own from that author. And then I have a shelf of books I've completely not read. And without further ado, I'm gonna do my wrap up for October. So if you missed it, I did post just recently on Halloween. I posted a spooky vlog, and in that video I read 5 different like what I called spooky. Some of them were witchy books. There was like some mix, so I'll go over those. So along with these 4, I also had The Year of the Witching, and then I read The Graveyard Book, The Bone Witch, Madness So Discreet, and The Nature of Witches. I gave The Year of the Witching a 4 out of 5 stars. The Graveyard Book got a 3.5. The Bone Witch also got 3.5. Madness So Discreet got 4. And then The Nature of Witches was a 5-star read. So I highly recommend this one. If you want to know more in-depth thoughts throughout my reading, you can go check out the vlog for these books. It's now up and I'll link it in the card. I also read Desperate Measures by Katie Roberts this month. This is the first book in the Wicked Villain series. It's a smutty retelling of Aladdin in this case. And in all of the books, you follow the lead falling in love or having some sort of sexual affair with the villain. So in this case, it was Jasmine and Jafar. It was consensual, non-consent sex, and Katie Roberts' books, all of the characters live in this same city. Honestly, can't remember the name of the city, and Hades runs a sex club called the Underworld, and so everyone like does interact throughout these books. We've met a bunch of the characters that will pop up in the rest of the series, and the series did just finish. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I honestly really enjoyed. I don't read a lot of smut, so it's not like I have a big repertoire of what I like, but one thing I will say about this novel was that it actually did have a little bit of a plot behind just the sex, and that's usually what I find to be the biggest issue with smutty romance, is just like it's just about the sex, and I'm like, I don't really care about you two fucking. I just want to know more. Like, give me more about what's going on. And I often find myself wishing that we were spending more time with the like underlying plot behind the smut. And in this book, I feel like it was a decent balance, and I do want to read more of Katie Roberts' Wicked Villain series eventually. I don't think I can do like them that often just because I don't read smut a lot, but it was good, 4 out of 5 stars. I also read Una Out of Order. This was the Goodreads poll pick that you guys voted on. I was very surprised that you wanted me to read this book so much. Like, this book won by a landslide between this and I also had The Goldfinch and The 7 Deadly Sins of Women and Girls, which was a nonfiction, but I was surprised The Goldfinch didn't win. That's the one I thought you guys were gonna go for. But Una Out of Order won. I'm very happy it did. I listened to this on audiobook and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I was not expecting to love this one as much as I did, but I do think that part of why I loved it so much is because of the time of when I'm reading it in my life. Like, I'm pregnant with a boy, and that's relevant to the story. I really connected with all of that part of the story that I don't want to go into, obviously, and it was really emotional for me, and it was really good. 5 out of 5 stars. My TBR did already go up for November, but just some quick books that were on my TBR and probably have popped up on that video as well. Station 11 was the Apocalypse Challenge that I pulled out of my TBR jar, and I didn't get to this yet. I actually just started it today, so I will be reading this in November. I'm sure I talk about it more in my November TBR, so you can check that out. I'm very excited for November, and I hope you guys enjoyed this very short wrap up, seeing as I didn't have a lot of books to talk about in depth. since most of them were in that vlog. Make sure to go check that out if you're interested in more in-depth thoughts of those 5 books. And I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out. Bye.